Hello friends, I hope you are well. Welcome to this week's episode of Talking Man on a Chair with a Slideshow. Damn it, this AI is terrible at writing intros. I guess it's a task that will stay in our human minds for now. But what isn't staying in our minds today is tech news. Welcome to the Dirt Report Tech and Telco News, beamed directly to your mind via YouTube. In today's episode, we have some great stories for you. First up, NBN Co to crack down on cheeky monkeys who don't use their free fiber upgrade. Northern Territory government upgrades a school and many other schools, and apparently cybercrime has fallen this year. Sounds like news to me. Then on the international side, we have Amazon cracking down on dodgy reviews right now in the open with open statements. So thanks for jumping in. Make sure to like this video if you did and subscribe to see more. Also, quick reminder, next week there will be no Dirt Report. I know, sad. I will be doing a 24-hour charity stream for the Brain Foundation. Links below if you'd like to join in the fun and have a yarn with us as we play Diablo 2 Resurrected. Let's get started by rolling the intro. So you thought you could get fiber to the home for free? You thought your government would roll out a next generation communication infrastructure upgrade with no strings attached? Well, you thought wrong. This week, after much fear, uncertainty and doubt, as the cool kids call FUD, NBN Co released documents outlining and formalizing the terms and conditions for the free fiber upgrade promised to 10,000 premises a few months back. While South Park already demonstrated no one really reads the T's and C's, these might need to be read a little bit. So first off, these conditions will only affect those on fiber to the node and fiber to the curb that will receive a free upgrade to full fiber to the home. Let's start off with the condition that gets you the fiber upgrade. We have mentioned it in the past, but I'll mention it again. On your current plan, you have to have a minimum purchase plan of 100 down and 20 up. Basically the highest plan available for fiber to the node. This has nothing to do with the speed you can actually achieve, it's more of a clerical point. I have attached the link to the Amendment Wholesale Broadband Agreement, WBA, Operations Manual. Specifically scroll down to page 197, where in red you'll see all the updated details. Now on the fiber to the curb side, it is a little bit different. You get the free upgrade, or at least be considered for it, you have to be at a minimum speed of 250 down plan, also known as the Home Super Fast. There is also one more caveat with the fiber to the curb. Due to the design of the connection, if one neighbor gets the upgrade, it will affect all other connections on the same street DPU. This means if your neighbor gets the upgrade, you're out of luck for internet for a little while, as the entire DPU will need to be upgraded and changed. This could be 16 to 18 connections or less. NBN Co has said there will be no minimum contract commitment to these plans, but as I pointed out a few months back, there's a recipe for disaster in that scenario, especially since fiber to the home is extremely reliable and some people want the reliability rather than just the speed. Now these upgrades are after all meant to make people pay more for their internet. Spending more is better for the RSP and NBN Co, but it seems that without some sort of penalty, folks might just downgrade once they have their fiber. And on some level, I think damn right, you should have rolled out fiber to the home in the first place. And this is what you get for not doing so. However, on the other side, we are well past that. So NBN Co is trying to create some commercial protection against short-term upgrades to have long-term returns on their upgrade investment for both RSPs and NBN Co. Now, NBN Co have said that downgrades will be possible, but will likely have a penalty or cost associated with it. This is going to be very painful for RSPs, who will be the ones suffering even more. Deals like this will dig into their already thin margins and will ultimately be a risk on the books. So here is the best part. Your RSP will have to sign up to participate in the upgrade scheme. That's right, your RSP will have to sign a deal with NBN Co for you to even be considered for the upgrade when you choose this higher plan. So, expect a whole bunch of people to switch to other providers based on the possibility of getting a fiber upgrade, because one has signed the agreement while the other is not willing to take the risk of people downgrading their plans after getting the free upgrade, as the cost will be passed on to the RSP. NBN Co have said they have reserved the right to charge the RSPs for downgrades and disconnections in excess of an allowance level. We don't know what the allowance level is because the documents released this week did not cover what kind of costs or penalties will apply to those downgrades. It has been mentioned that financial situations will be taken into considerations, so if you have no money, you might be able to get out of it. Those specifics will be released soon, apparently. NB & Co has said the penalty fee will not be a direct cost of the fiber upgrade, but will take into consideration the lifetime value of the fiber on that premises. And lastly, this will only apply for 12 months from the upgrade date. Let me know your thoughts about the proposed conditions. Does the fiber lottery come with too many restrictions, or is it fairly reasonable? Next up, good news for Northern Territory schools. The NT government will spend a total of that's right folks, $8 million across 32 schools to upgrade the local area networks to improve the ping in Quake 3 Arena. While I spent a lot of my computer time on Quake and Doom, I think kids these days are much better. Education first, right? We haven't heard much from schools in NT, so overall this is great news. The expected result, of course, is not better ping in LAN games, but better class connectivity enabling teachers to present their digital education plan with speed and ease. You may remember back in 2019, Scotty for Marketing organized mass budget cuts to the public schools in NT, so this is a really positive sign. Let me know your thoughts below. Let's jump into our next story. The annual ACSC Cyber Threat Report was released this week, and oh boy, is it a good read. Links below, of course. If you haven't heard of the ACSC, they are the Australian Cybersecurity Centre, the Australian-led agency for cybersecurity. These guys and gals know their shiz when it comes to security. Now, the annual Cyber Threat Report was produced with contributions from the Defence Intelligence Organisation, Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission, Australian Security Intelligence Organisation, the Department of Home Affairs, and other industry partners. A damn lot of fingers in this data. The report covers the financial year from July 2020 to June 2021. This is the second unclassified annual cyber threat report since ASD became a mandatory agency in July 2018. Now, the report highlights the key cyber threats affecting Australian systems and networks and uses strategic assessment, statistics, trends and analysis, and case studies to describe the nature, scale, scope, and impact of malicious cyber activity affecting Australian networks. It also provides advice to Australian individuals and organizations on what they can do to protect their networks from cyber threats. After all, no sector of the Australian economy was immune from the impact of cybercrime and other malicious cyber activity. Government agencies of all levels, large organizations, critical infrastructure providers, small to medium enterprises, families, and individuals were all targeted over this reporting period, predominantly by criminals or state actors. So here are some stats from the ACSC. Over 65,500 cybercrime reports happened this year, an increase of nearly 13% from the previous financial year. Self-reported losses from cybercrime total more than 33 billion, and approximately 1/4 of reported cybersecurity incidents affected entities associated with Australian critical infrastructure. Over 1,500 cybercrime reports per month of malicious cyber activity related to coronavirus pandemic, approximately 4 per day. More than 75% of pandemic-related cybercrime reports involved Australians losing money or personal information. Nearly 500 ransomware cybercrime reports, an increase of nearly 15% from the previous financial year. Fraud, online shopping scams, and online banking scams were top reported cybercrime types, and increases in the average severity and impact of reported cybersecurity incidents, with nearly half categorized as substantial. You see, the human malware pandemic pushed the boundary of Australia's businesses' IT, pushing corporate systems into homes as a large percentage of the workforce shifted to remote work. The speed at which this occurred saw many organizations rapidly deploying new remote networking solutions, sometimes to the detriment of their cybersecurity. Now, various malicious cyber actors took advantage of this heightened vulnerability during this time to conduct espionage, steal money and sensitive data, then disrupt our services. Now, alongside the virtualization of Australian life, the disclosure of significant vulnerabilities in software used by Australian networks expanded the targeting opportunities available to our adversaries. Thanks, Microsoft, for all those bugs. Now, lastly, here are some suggestions that ACSC made to secure yourself and your business. Ensure multi-factor authentication is in use across the entire organizations. Have proper endpoint security and gateway security solutions in place. Provide cybersecurity awareness training to your employees on a regular basis. Ensure that offline backups are available and tested. Regularly audit the permissions on user accounts to ensure ghost accounts aren't still available on your system and the permissions aren't too lax. And finally, have an incident response plan in place and perform tabletop exercises to ensure your organization is adequately prepared to respond to an incident when it actually happens. Let me know below, was your company targeted during the last 12 months? I'd love to know what happened in the end. It's time for some international tidbits, a very small story today, and it's all about Amazon. So make sure to like this video if you did, and smash that subscribe button to support us. Amazon has gone ahead and publicly stated they have permanently banned 600 Chinese brands for review fraud. How did these brands commit fraud? Well, a little trick in the box. A little while back, in fact, I too tweeted about this weird card inside my Amazon box. I purchased a product from Amazon and inside I found a little card saying I can receive a $20 gift card for Amazon. And shocked as the product I just bought was $25, the card read you only have to put together a post, a positive review on Amazon for the said product I just bought. To add to this strange scenario, the card's contact details are via an odd Gmail account, not officially through Amazon, and so of course this is a way to cheat the product review system on Amazon. 600 brands doesn't sound like much, but they have products across 3,000 resellers on Amazon, and they have multiple subsidiaries too. The cards were also sometimes disguised as extended warranties or gifts, but all were paid to buy your positive reviews. So it is not enough to just look at reviews on the product on Amazon anymore. You as a consumer have to go out of your way to check if the product is actually good or not, or if it's just a paid editorial. You kind of lose trust in Amazon, the platform, hence they took action. Let me know below if you have received a card like this. And on that conspiracy, it's time to end this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like this video if you did and tap the subscribe button to support us, and we'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching and bye!